How do you know if the person you are with is the person you should marry? Let's find out. What's up, guys? My name is Justin and welcome back to my channel where we make little changes with huge impacts on our lives. If you are new here, I upload videos with different tips and tricks to help you improve your life, so please consider subscribing. Whether you have been in a relationship for a few years or even a few months, if there is any talk about marriage, then it is very important that you and your partner are on the same page. If you believe in the idea of happily ever after or love conquers all, then I got some news for you. That's not how it works. Problems in your relationship may surface shortly after you say those I do's, but you can get a head start on these issues and potentially save your marriage by being open and honest from the start. The success of your marriage may hinge on how well you and your partner can deal with issues such as finances, communication, conflict, parenting, and expectations both in and out of the bedroom. Yes, I'm talking about sex. So before you agree to spend the rest of your life with your partner, sit down together and answer these 7 questions to see if you both want the same out of life. And before we get started, if any of your answers do not match up, are you willing to compromise and still be happy? You have to ask yourself that as well. So actually there might actually be 8 questions. Number 1, do you have the same goals? If not, is your partner supportive? Or vice versa, are you supportive of your partner's goals? Let's say you personally have a goal to travel the world over the next 5 years, but your partner wants to settle down and start a family. How is that going to work in your relationship? How is that going to affect your relationship? Do you have a goal to start your own business? Ditch all your stuff and move into a tiny house? Move to Africa and help rebuild homes? I mean, seriously, these are goals that people have, so it's not unrealistic for you to see what your partner's goals are. So what I want both of you to think about is, do you have a long-term goal? If so, is your partner on board with it? If not, are you willing to give up on that dream and still be happy? This is an important question to ask because you want to make sure that you are doing what makes you happy. But at the same time, if your partner's not on board with it and you did not achieve this goal or set out to accomplish it, would you resent your partner for the rest of your marriage? And question number 2, are you okay with being with one person for the rest of your life? And with this question, you have to be really honest with yourself. And you probably wouldn't think I would need to bring this question up, but for whatever reason, people choose to cheat. And cheating on the person you are with will ruin your relationship. When you say those I do's, you are committing to the person in front of you for the rest of your life. When times are tough, when times are easy, when times are worse than they have ever been before, are you committed to the person in front of you? If being with one person forever makes you feel a little uneasy, then maybe now isn't the time for you to get married. You might need to take some time and actually figure out if marriage is what you want in your life. And if not, be honest with your partner. Question number 3, what are your thoughts on kids? Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Do you want 6 kids? Do you want a football team of kids? Where do you both stand on the topic of having kids? So let's go back to the traveling the world example. Let's say you personally want to have a large family, but your partner wants to spend the next 5 to 10 years traveling the world. How is that going to affect your relationship? How are you going to compromise if necessary in order to make it work? Do you put off having kids for now? Does your partner put off traveling the world? And I know traveling the world is just an example, but you have to consider your long-term goals when it comes to making these decisions. So sit down and figure out if you're on the same page, and if not, how can you compromise? And question number 4, what are your plans financially? Do you care about savings? Would you rather put money aside each month, or would you rather spend all your money each month? Do you want to get out of debt? Buy a house? What are your financial goals for the future? Money is a huge issue in most relationships, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was a huge issue in my wife and I's relationship at first as well. It took a lot of work and communication for us to get on the same page when it comes to our finances, and now it is not an issue with us at all. If you find that you and your partner are constantly fighting over money, then you need to come up with a game plan together. And question number 5, are you willing to put in the work to make your relationship work? Being in a relationship is hard work, and if anyone tells you differently, they're probably lying. However, I will say that being in a relationship can be easy if you put in the hard work. When you get married, you have to consider the effort that is required to keep your relationship running strong. You have to wake up each morning and show the person you're with that you love them more and more every single day. And you have to consider someone else when it comes to making decisions. And for some people, that can be really hard. And when times get tough, how will you work together to get through those tough times? Being in a relationship and being married takes a lot of hard work, but I'm telling you, it is worth it. And question number 6, do you have any expectations when it comes to sex frequency? This might be a hard topic for a lot of people to talk about, but it is important that you understand how your partner feels about sex. This is something I see a lot of guys complaining about, especially after marriage and having a baby. A lot of guys are worried about talking about this subject to their partner because it can be a touchy subject. So that's why it is very important that you set your expectations right from the beginning. And I hate using the word expectations because I don't think you should expect anything from anyone, but it is important for you both to understand how you both feel when it comes to having sex. Does having sex with your partner regularly make you feel closer and more in love? Do you care at all about sex? Would you prefer to be shown love in a different way? And how long are you okay going without having sex? If it's been 6 months since the last time you and your partner have had sex, then they probably should know that it upsets you. And it is important for you to understand why your partner doesn't want to have sex right now. There might be something holding her back and she's just too nervous to talk about it. So it's important that you communicate with each other. And question number 7, and probably the most important question in this list, toilet paper roll facing forward or backwards. If your partner likes the toilet paper flap facing inwards towards the wall, you need to leave her or him. Run away. Just kidding, guys, but seriously, it is very important that you and your partner are open and honest about your relationship right from the start. A lot of issues can be fixed or even prevented right from the beginning if you and your partner are open and honest about your expectations in a relationship. And like I said before, I hate using the word expectations because honestly, I don't think you should expect anything from anyone, but you do need to be on the same page when it comes to your relationship. Start by asking each other these 7 questions and see how your answers match up. If some of your answers don't match up, can you compromise and still be happy and not resent your partner in the future? Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. If you found any value in this whatsoever, then please throw me a thumbs up and comment down below a question you think should be asked before marriage. What is a touchy subject that needs to be addressed right away to prevent issues from occurring in a relationship? And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I'm coming at you with different tips and tricks to help you improve your life, and you don't want to miss out on any of them. And as always, let's keep growing.